I've walked through storms in scars and grace.
Damn it, I was
Smile
muted.
through pain with a painted face. They called me too loud, too much, too strong. But honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth when the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turned my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. I shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me I've been whispered about and written off, judged by the gloss, not the cost. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm an unbreakable soul, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. We have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is November 11th, 2025. It is currently 8:19 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello. All right, guys. Good to see everyone. Please hit that thumbs up button as you're just entering in. Would greatly appreciate that. Sorry, I was muted at the beginning of my intro. I do apologize for that. You would think I would learn after so many years, but here we are. Tonight, so we're going to be diving into, it's a very perplexing case. It is and it's not at the same time, in my opinion. The disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Moon Utah Wells. And really, just when you think it's been very quiet for quite a long time, Summer Wells has been missing for about 4.5 years, which is essentially how long we know that she was on the planet. And there is a new update that has dropped. The TBI has released fresh new progression photos of Summer, who would now be 9 years old, and hoping to spark what they call, quote, new credible leads, end quote. So we're going to be talking about that and going over some of the case here. So let me pull up some stuff. It's so good. I'm just so thankful that this has happened. Let me pull this up, TBI. Okay. Here we go. What? Okay. Do they got summer on here? All right. Here we go. So they're what we're going to be talking about is they actually give an address on this. Check this out. Hey, or good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. How you doing, baby? Thank you so much, War, coming in clutch at 13 months. Love you, sweetheart. You are thebomb.com. 13 months, my dear. We really do appreciate you. Credit goes to WJHL. Widow, thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Justin 3500 Van Hill Road is exactly spot. That is crazy. Well, we're going to be looking at this. They've given us an address. That's right. They've given us an address.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation tells us TBI and FBI searched an area this past week in the continued search for Summer Wells. It's our breaking news tonight.
It's been more than 4 years since Summer Wells was last seen. The then 5-year-old was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community in Hawkins County.
There's been no sign of the little girl since, and law enforcement from several agencies have worked countless tips over the years. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels spoke with TBI, who says the case is far from cold. Ansley?
Yeah, Sarah and Casey, there have been more questions than answers since Summer Wells disappeared from her home in.
So, we've been, ICU and all of us, we were down a big rabbit hole the other day, and it's very interesting that they gave this address. It's very interesting. And again, yeah.
Hawkins County on June 15th of 2021. But today, the TBI confirmed that their agents, along with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, continue to investigate what happened to Summer. They say that last week, on November 13th, their agents, along with the detectives, were at a location in the 3500 block of Van Hill Road in Greenville, following up on a lead in the case. That's about 9.5 miles from the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road via State Route 347. Now, we followed up with the TBI asking if they could provide details about the nature of the tip, if anything substantiated from it, and how long it had been since their agents followed up on a lead like this in the field. The spokesperson couldn't tell us those details, but said that agents follow up on leads as they come in, and the investigation remains active and ongoing. Now, this is the first update outside of law enforcement sharing age-progressed photos and ensuring the case is not cold and that they haven't forgotten about Summer. We also reached out to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, Ronnie Lawson, and have yet to hear back from him or his office. It's important to note, though, that there is still an active Amber Alert for Summer, and no one has been arrested or charged in connection to her disappearance.
So there's that. Now let's get to some stuff here. All right. A TBI spokesperson said agents along with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI continue to investigate what happened to Summer. On Thursday, November 13th, the TBI and detectives were at a location at the 3500 block of Van Hill Road in Greenville. Now, it just so happens we have this person. We were digging into this person a while back, and I've got his actual address. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay. So just give me a second. Now, get this, guys. This is someone on Ben Hill Road's relation. It's allegedly Fred Hill's cousin or uncle. I can't remember. And again, I am still of the belief in all the wait, hold on. That whatever happened to Summer, Don and Candace knows. It just is what it is, in my opinion. But okay, here we go. Let me pull some stuff up. I'm going to pull up where this person lives and all that. But the area is about 9.5 miles from the Wells family home on Ben Hill Road via Route 347. News Channel 11 followed up with the TBI asking if the agency could provide details about the nature of the tip, if anything had been substantiated from it, and how long it had been since agents followed up on a similar sort of lead in the field. The spokesperson could not release any further details, but said agents continue to follow up on leads as they come in, and the investigation remains active and ongoing. Law enforcement updates on the case have primarily consisted of re-releasing age-progressive photos of Summer and since her disappearance. It's still an active Amber Alert that for Summer, and no one has been arrested or charged with the connection of her disappearance as of yet. So yeah, okay. This was, when was this? This is when they released her new photo. Okay. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see if they got a video here. All right, here we go. We're going to go to Google Earth. I'm going to show you where it's at. Damn. Why does it keep doing this? There is nobody that would go up on that hill without somebody knowing. You will never be able to convince me of that. And I can also tell you this, that Dawn and Candace's adopted, which I do believe this has been made public by others, but they claimed that Dawn and I'll just say, I don't want to say what they claimed that they did, but they were really bad to them. And you can take that for however you want to take it. Okay. Really bad. I believe Dawn is a pervert, in my opinion. Bear with me, Google Earth. Sorry, got so much stuff coming in right now. Okay, here we go. 35. I mean, just not very far, which it's usually not very far. Greenville, Tennessee. Here we go. Zoom in a little bit better. Oh, come on, man. Okay, here we go. All right, and we need, I got the actual address. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. I got to show y'all some text and stuff like that. 35, 37. Hold on. 1 second. 37. It's over here. This is Van Hill Road. Right here. From what I understand. Now, you got to remember that Dawn and Candace were both down at Fred's the day Summer vanished. And I don't find that a coincidence, in my opinion. I don't find it a coincidence. The last place, and Fred lived at the end of the holler, like literally at the end of the holler. And Summer, or sorry, not Summer, Candace was supposedly driving around down in the holler there. This is live. Yes, it's live. Okay, yeah. Let me just go ahead and pre-record this, Shannon. Clickbait. Yeah, go ahead. You can get rid of that one. Mods, please. Actually, don't worry about it. I'll do it for you. So, who do we got here? True Crime with Sweet Melissa. Good to see you, girl. How you been? Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate the good catch. Oh, yeah, about something. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Connie Cruz, thank you so much, my dear. 5 months. Thank you so much, my dear. It's really exciting. It's really, really exciting because finally we might be getting somewhere after nearly 5 years. And we're getting somewhere with Monkey, Michael Vaughn, too, as well. Guidance, that's where our cabin was at the 1-year vigil. Oh, really, Guidance? Really? That's crazy. And Bernie, 13 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hey, Dustin, my dear. This love from Australia. Much love to you, my dear. And I've got some information on. Yes, I'm live right now talking about Summer Wells. People are texting me. I don't understand why. I don't know why people think this wouldn't be live. I only do lives pretty much. This person, let's see here. Bear with me as I pull up something. They went here and they went here and they I don't know if they did a search or whatever, but something had to lead them here, right? Something had to lead them here. And the question is, what is that? TBI, they said it's far from being cold. And that's really good to hear. Yeah, it was a tip. It was a tip. Yes. It definitely was a tip that led them there. You remember the Toyota pickup truck that was seen in the area? Could it been the person that lives here? You know, that's just speculation, but there has to be some reason why they're here, right? And you know, people, it's hard to hold on for most people something this heavy with throughout so many years. They generally need to confide in someone, right? They need to confide in someone. If you want, is there anybody that doesn't know a lot about this case? Put a 1 in the chat if you don't know a lot about the case. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Good to see you, hon. I can actually show you where Fred lives, and Summer and all of them if you want. I've got some videos here. Let me see here. Wells, touch them pearls. Let's see here. I've got stuff here. You know, the question is, what would I'm still not of the belief. Someone spilled the summer beans, yeah. Summer's brothers allegedly said they last saw Summer on the swing, right? And Dawn and Candace, she said that the boys last saw Summer going down in the dungeon, down in the bedroom. But what makes me think now is it's always stuck out in my head when Dawn. The one thing I do believe Hunter about is, and it's true, Dawn did call while Candace and Hunter and Summer were in the drive-thru. And Dawn calls and said there was a man up around the house trying to touch little kids. That's what he said. And the question would always be, well, Dawn said he was at work. But Dawn, you know it and I know it. You was home by 11 a.m. on the 15th. You were home. That's not, you were absolutely at home. And I wonder, there's only one reason why someone would lie and say they weren't home when they were, is because they're wanting to hide something. And I think it's hard to tell what those kids went through, if you know what I mean. It makes me want to throw up. Dawn was clean as a whistle that day. Yeah. He and out of all the days to take a brand new, and this was a brand new Subaru at the time. His other truck was not broke down. Yeah, they are, War. They are. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Ward. That is so sweet. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much, honey. Love you to pieces. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our dear War for that. I really, really do appreciate you, love. Good to see you. And thank you so much, my love. Love you to pieces. Justin, do you remember when some guy took over Candace's account? Was his name Joe? Took over her account? I remember a guy that tried to flirt with her and befriend her. Is that the one you're talking about, Benson? I remember that one. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you so much, Andrew. Appreciate you very, very much. Okay. So let me pull this up real quick, and I'll show you where I was. I'll show you the road where it's at. Nobody. This is it's a country road on a really country road. Okay. And what the hell? Hold on. Bear with me. All right, let me see here. Sorry. I'm trying to find the last time I was at down there. Just, oh, here it is. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This was live. And where the hell was I? I was in Rogersville, Tennessee. All right, here we go. It would have been June 15th, May. Sorry, guys, I apologize. May 6th. All right. It's got to be here. 2022. God, it might be on my other channel. That's okay. Lost my group over here now. What does that mean? Oh, your other Google photo. Google probably blurred it. Blurred what? I was just going to show you the video of Ben Hill Road whenever I was on there a long time ago. Well, not a long time ago. When was I there? Like year before last. I didn't go last year. I think was the only year I didn't get to go. Ben Hill Road. Okay. Oh God, this is a hell of an old video of mine. I'm going to show you a better video while I search this, but this was during the winter. This was during the winter, and let me get down here. I want to show you how country this is. So this was when I really just started my channel, like my other channel, a long time ago. But it's on a very, very country road. And up here, way up here on the mountain here, is where the side of the hill, they're saying someone came up on this mountain, and of the summertime, you can't see anything. You cannot see nothing. You have no idea if there's a house up there, if there is anything. And they say that someone came up there while there was 4 kids, including Summer, up there. Candace and Candace's mom, we call her Grandis, and took Summer within, 2 minutes. Right. And there's just no way. There is just absolutely no way that happened. But I'll show you where Fred lives as well on here. Well, he used to live there. But the thing about it, okay, this is we're turning on Ben Hill Road right here. This is Ben Hill Road. I'm Okay, let me show you this down here. And it goes down about, I don't know, a mile or so, a country miles long. But at the very end of this road, Candace was seen going at Fred's house, driving up in the driveway. And supposedly asking for Summer. Okay, but this is I didn't know whose this place was. This is my oldest video probably have. It's probably one of my literally my first videos I ever did. And this is where Candace pulled up in the driveway. I had no idea who lived here at the time. And it says IFGATS smile. I don't know what it says. I can't really see, but obviously some paranoia there. And if you look, this is where they said, and the dog supposedly got a scent, if you will, but up in this driveway, Candace stopped here. Now, what I've always found weird about this is that Dawn or Candace did not talk to anybody else like while she was looking for Summer on Ben Hill Road. She never talked to anybody else. No, it's not paved. I don't think it's paved. I'm pretty sure it's just packed gravel. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, it's just gravel. It's gravel. And this was where Fred Hill lived at the time, Fred and Laura. And then, Summer, they say go, a little bit later, they call police and all of that. And then just a couple hours after Summer went missing, Don, Summer Wells's father, is down here, back down here. Why? I just don't find that a coincidence. Out of everybody on Ben Hill, why them? I don't know. Joanne, thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Maria. Thank you for being a member. Oh, thank you, Shar. Love you, darling. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nothing but love. Predestined. Thank you so much. Really good news to hear about Summer. She's long overdue for justice. Very much long overdue. It is sus. Because these guys weren't particularly close that we know of. But the thing about what is interesting is Don always talks about math heads. Whenever, in my opinion, he was a math head himself. But that's just my opinion. He would always talk about the rug dealers. He mentioned one time, well, they went down, they would go down the road at all hours of the night on 2 cylinders, he would say, meaning to Fred's house. Remember that, baby kisses? And now it makes me wonder, was there something that was worked out between Dawn and Candace, or even, did Fred know anything about it? I don't know. But, this is supposedly Fred's relation. Okay, let me show you something here. This property, this guy also shares the same last name as Fred as well, which is Hill. And says his house is 1,232 square feet. All of that. In my opinion, Fred isn't involved, but Andy is, and Jody knows. I mean, everyone has their opinion. I don't think this is the thing. None of them on Ben Hill are particularly. I wouldn't necessarily trust any of them to be quite honest with you. That's just me though. We don't know what someone could be doing at the time, because when people are, yes, Tara, that's it. That's who the name is. Yeah. When people are under the influence of rugs, they will do things that maybe they normally wouldn't do either. Yeah. I just I don't know. I don't find it I just don't find it. I find it very odd that we know that Candace was down there, and that's the only place she stopped to talk to anybody on Ben Hill Road. Why? And then Don's down there saying he'll allegedly see her in the resurrection. So it makes me wonder about, was there something had to happen, right? Was there this ring? Was it due to CPS? Did she get hurt? They freaked out and come here and take care of this. I've never thought Fred or Andy was involved. Especially personally Andy. I've just never thought he was involved. And Fred, I never thought involved either. But the last few weeks as we've been digging, and we were working on things before this came out even, and it makes me going back and thinking about Candace being down there. There was supposedly some dog scent right here at the creek and in the driveway. It makes me wonder now. Did he have knowledge of it? What do you guys think? I want to hear what you guys have to think. Do you guys think that he could have knowledge? Most of the kids come very Summer's Nest. Been there, did it for 8 years nearly, and they go through a lot. What the hell is going on with donations? What do you mean? What do you mean, Lakeside? I don't know what you mean. Me either, Justin, but this sure has perked my ears up. It has me too. It has me too. So let's look at it. Okay, this is something we can do to be productive right now. Let's go to Google Earth and let's see what the routes they could take in order to go from Ben Hill to this house. there has definitely been a reason Summer got to see Hunter. In my opinion, Candace had a reason to settle her with him. See, I think Candace was Lakeside. Is everything okay, baby? New sheriff is not there still yet. Yeah, Lawson is the sheriff. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go to Google Earth real quick. Google Earth. Or wait, Google Directions first. Okay. And we're going to start at Ben Hill Road, Rogersville, Tennessee, and we're going to go to right here. And we can show the routes that someone would have to drive in order to get there. 3 ponds on the property. I've always felt like Summer is in a tote. That's just what I've always felt like, to be honest with you. I've always felt like she was in Grandis's black tote. I've said that for years, but I could be wrong. Okay. Where the fuck is it? Okay, here we go. Found it. All right. So what the hell? Come on, man. Oh, God, this is Bing. Sorry. Hold on one second. Shit, I don't want Bing right now. I don't know why it does that. Sorry. Google. Pardon me, guys. Directions. Okay, here we go. Ben Hill Road, Rogersville, Tennessee, and then here we go. East. There we go. This is in Greenville, Tennessee. 15 minutes. Oh my God. Look at this. This is crazy. Check this out. 9.3 miles, actually. .3 miles. It's really only got one way. It's like a straight shot. Really. This is Ben Hill Road. And this is Van Hill Greenville. Right? So let's go over here. So you would go out here. Do you guys remember, for those of you guys that is in the been in the Summer Wells community since the beginning, do you remember Dawn? This is just coming back to me now. Do you guys remember Dawn saying that there was it a yellow vehicle flying out and the cops was going to stop it or something like that? We just know that they went there and they at least spoke to the person. You remember that, Dreamcatcher? You guys remember that? It just came to my mind. Here's Ben Hill Road and Simpson Road and all that. Morris Cemetery. And so this is Beach Creek. So you got to, after you get out of Ben Hill Road, you either got to make a left or a right. And then this is our destination. Not very far at all. In fact, This is Beach Creek Road. This is Beach Creek Road, and it turns on Van Hill Road. If that tells you anything, that's how close it is. Right? I mean, Beach Creek goes for quite a while. I don't know why it's got me turning around right there. It's actually, oh, I've messed it up. That's why. I don't need it. Hold on. I just need it. It's 9 miles. 1 second. Here we go. Directions. 9.3 miles. There we go. So right here is where, make sure y'all can see this, is where it turns from Beach Creek to Van Hill. Right here. Get down here. Right. I know exactly where the hell this is. Holy shit. I know exactly where this is. Oh my God. Holy shit. Betty, you're in here. You know where this is. You gotta turn out here. You gotta turn out here to get to the interstate. I sure remember this now. I sure do. And so Van Hill, and it's going to be right here, right there. Right here. They've got a speed limit, 5 miles per hour. But look, they got old barns and stuff back here. Barns and logs. Looks like they got maybe heavy machinery. Got a garden. They probably got a lot of land. This is February 2024 when this was last done. Let's see here. I wonder. Hold on, get back here. I found this interesting. Is that the path that Don recorded for share? That's a good question. I see. I can't remember. Yep. Like you have to, like for me, from my house, which I don't live too terribly far from, I live like 2 hours away, but like for me to get to Don and Candace's house, I have to go buy this. I have to go buy this house. So that's what's kind of weird. Lean on me. He has been on this case for a long time. Thank you, Lean on me. They have changed the way you donated. We now have to buy emoji like TikTok. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, great. That's weird. Thank you, Lean on me, for 6 months, my dear. Appreciate you. And thank you, Mystery Sky. Crime Top. That'll be 11 months. You'll be on your year. It was beautiful, by the way. So good to hear about Sweet Little Summer. I know. Yes, I had to back out and come into the real stream. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Remember Fred saying the dogs hit on his truck in his driveway. I remember like something like I don't know if it was his truck or was it his truck or close to his truck or something like that. Yes, Justin Live is better than horizontal. Yeah. Yeah, we've got vertical and horizontal. They want us to do it now. Yes, it is Tennessee Nina. Yep. Yep. It's his uncle. And his name, I don't know if I can say it, but some of y'all know it. Let me look at something up here. Hey, I see you. Did you pull that? Let me see here. Where does he live again? What is the actual? Can we find what the city's called? Greenville. Every time I think of Greenville, I think of like Greenville, Carolinas. Is it with the E? Okay. I wonder if he has I don't know if he has a record. Ooh, hold on. Wait a second. Wait the fuck a second. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Where was this? Greenville, Tennessee, a Greenville man. I wonder how, I need to find out how old he is. I need to find out if we got that. If I see who's got that right now. We can click the like on both streams. Yeah, of course you can. I hope I do too. I'm really, really hoping there's some more things that I want to go over here. Let me pull this up. Just give me a second. Look up Hills tree trimming. I'm going to play this, and I need to get something pulled up here.
A little girl from Hawkins County named Summer Wells. And that's where we begin today on First at 4. I'm Josh Smith in for Ansley Daniel, who will join us in just a moment. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel has been covering the story for months and even years now, and has the latest on the timeline as we look back to what led to the disappearance call. Ansley?
Yeah, Josh, 2 years later, after dozens of searches and hundreds of tips, authorities know no more than what they did when a family member reported that a 5-year-old little girl was missing from her home on Ben Hill Road.
Summer Wells is missing. She's 5 years old. She's 4 foot tall, blonde hair. Last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray pants.
Hundreds of searchers from dozens of agencies searched through Beech Creek for weeks looking for Summer.
We will not quit until we find Summer Wells.
The community held prayer service.
Does anyone know if is Fred close with his uncle? You know, just because he's your uncle, doesn't mean you're close with them or anything like that. Can someone give us the latest uppers? Okay, so this is the update. The TBI agents are working along the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, continuing to investigate the circumstances leading to the disappearance of Summer Wells. On Thursday, November 13th, 5 days ago, agents and detectives were at a location in the 3500 block of Van Hill Road in Greenville, following up on an investigative lead on the case. At this time, the investigation leads active and ongoing. So you got to remember, for them, in my opinion, right, for them to bring, let me find it here, agents, local TBI agents and FBI agents, that is huge, in my opinion. Like, that's pretty big. To make this, first of all, to make this newsworthy, right? To make this newsworthy, because you got to realize they have went to a lot of places and done a lot of investigations over the past 4.5 years. This made the news, and multiple agencies was out. This wasn't just, in my opinion, this wasn't just, oh, we're coming out to talk to, I mean, yeah, they're coming out to talk to you, but there had to be 50 cars on Friday, Justin. I don't know. But something's up. You know what I mean? And like, I am fucking over the moon right now. I try not to get like too excited, but for this, it's like, that's really good. That's really good. Because this just does not happen. This is an ongoing information that TBI provided at this time. The investigation is ongoing. Has the TB, is it on? Let me check the TBI's page. TBI newsroom. Is there anything on the TBI newsroom? Did they say anything yet? TBI newsroom Summer Wells. Let's see here. 8/13/25. So they have not updated this. Like, guys, so many of us creators and you guys, we have poured our hearts and souls into this. I mean, this case, this and another case is the reason I literally started YouTube. Thank you so much, Jen. Appreciate you, my dear. Appreciate you. Love you, darling. You're very kind. Appreciate you. Love you, guys. And Candace, hey girl, good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hey, Sam Justin, I'm trying not to get overly hyped. I understand. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate that very, very much. But this was one of the biggest searches in Tennessee history. It was humongous. And this is from the TBI. It says, is the FBI involved? Well, they were there. According to the news, they were there the other day, 5 days ago. FBI, TBI, and local. This search happened on Friday last week. Yes, it did. OLS, that's a long time. That's a long time. It sure is. And I just want to see what they say about this maroon truck here. Why did you release the information about the Toyota truck? An individual who travels through the area. It was from what I understand, it was like a UPS driver, FedEx driver, mail carrier. Recalls a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack and white trucks. Hold on. Sorry. Wait a second. Someone just said in chat just a minute ago for me to look up Hills. I will. I'll check it in just a second. Yeah, I got it, Tennessee Nana. We've already looked over it, honey. We've already looked over it. What was it? The business. Thank you. Okay, and this is in Tennessee. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Look at this. It just makes me wonder about that, that ladder rack. I'm wondering. Okay, this is the tree service. Looks like they got a lot of cars all the time. Look at there. Yep, Hills Tree Service. Why are they towing this? I don't understand. I know exactly where this is. I know exactly where it's at. Why are they towing that truck? I don't get it. Looks like a dump. Yeah. Davy's Tree Service doesn't have anything to do with it. The people that was up there cutting the trees, they have nothing to do with it. But ironically, there's a Hills Tree Service, and let's how do I get out of this? Let me see. You can look there. Hills Tree Service, 24-hour emergency. Frank Hill. Franklin. We go out on a limb to pleasure our customers. 4 years ago. Elizabeth says, positive, quality, professionalism. Carol, 6 months ago. 5-star. I wonder, oh, hold on. Then I got a Facebook. Let's see if they got any photos there. Here we go. Look at this. Tree trimming, brush removal, pole light. I wonder why. August 9th, 2017. Remove the tree with no additional damage to the cabin. Huh. The view from my office today, Mother Nature is beautiful. Weird. My workday 2015. Well, he don't post very often. 2015, 2017, 2017, 2017. Does he still? Oh, hold on. Let me see here. Let me check something. Frank Hill. Let's see here. Tennessee. There's probably a lot of Frank Hills. Owner at Hills Tree Service. That can't be Fred's uncle. He's too young to be Fred's uncle. It might be a son. Any kin to Fred? Yes. Yes. Oh, cousin. More sad, but good news, John Skelton. Yep. I know. About time. I'm younger than my nieces and nephews. Well, I mean, I was an uncle at 5. If that tells you anything. Seriously, I was an uncle at 5 years old. Maybe 6, 5 or 6, something like that. His uncle is an old pastor. Is an old man pastor. Well, this here, it says Frank Hill. It might be his father. He might be like Frank Hill the second. One second. Yeah, I know. Okay. He's in. Oh, so from what I guess he's an uncle to Andy and Fred, right? Andy and Fred? You are right, aren't you, Julia? You are right. Which, I mean, to be honest with you, like, you have to be on Van Hill Road to go anywhere, pretty much, though. You know what I mean? So it's not, I mean, might be something, might not, but there's only like one way out, or well, there's 2 ways out, I think. In that area. And- Oh yeah. Farm. They searched, and you know what they use pigs for. Yeah. I know it makes me. God, I hope not. Justin, I know Frank Hill personally. He has cut many trees for me over the years. No way he's involved. No way. He's a good man. Widow, I don't know. Don't listen. I don't know. You know, there's you just this is the thing. Like, he probably is. Right? He probably is a good man, but a lot of people, you know, thought Dahmer or Bundy was a good man. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying either way. All I'm saying is they've never done this in 4.5 years in Summer's case. Shown up with FBI, TBI. um, and all of that. You know what I mean? He may have just known something. You know what I mean? He may not know anything. He may not have anything to do with it. There is no suspects at this time. Right? Absolutely. Very exactly. That's precisely. Credibility check. Agencies just don't act on every tip. This one was strong enough to warrant a field investigation. And to me, that says something. Right? And not, for me, it's not that it was just, I mean, I would have been excited if just TBI was out there. Right? But it's saying local, TBI, FBI. So that's what makes me really excited about it. What time were there helicopters there? I have no idea. Oh yeah, I keep wanting to do that. 1 second. I should just texting. Okay. How long was it? Just well, he's just saying the same thing, isn't he? The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, along with the TBI and FBI, followed up on a tip last week in Greenville off Van Hill Road. I'm able to confirm that this is separate from the Austin Reed investigation being performed by Rogersville police. The subject of the tip is not relative to Summer Wells, but I can't share their name or information about that beyond that. The subject is not a relative of Summer Wells. Well, I can tell you who it is. It's Fred's cousin. Is what everyone's saying. So, it's interesting. We've known for a long time, guys. I mean, someone has to know where Summer is and what happened to her. I mean, I don't believe she's still alive. Personally, I pray to the good Lord that she is, but I find it very, very improbable. I bet they have found crime addiction. If you go to Jinkies, Jinkies used to talk about, she used to be kind of close with Dawn and Candace. She kind of believed them for a long time until Candace told something out of her direct mouth, and the kids allegedly told, I guess, CPS after they were adopted, and that and Dawn and Candace had signed their rights away, that they said that they went through really bad things. You can take that how you will. You can go to Jinkies and she's talked about that. And so there was this photo. You know how, see, you know how like on Apple phones, like whenever you see, like you have a picture, but you have like the little roll down here. Dawn sent Cher, a picture before. I don't even remember what the picture was. But then one day Cher was looking and she's like, oh my God. And here on the roll, like right down here on the roll, there was a picture of Summer. And she wasn't nude or anything, but she was on a bed and it looked very posed. Very posed. It was not normal. And we sent it in, turned it in, and all of that. Don says, I've got actually a message from him with this that I've shown many times. But he said whenever he was a kid, he said 9 or 10, that his uncle used to show them sick, P-O-R, corn, sick corn. And he said it was really sick, twisted. And I think that instilled something in him. I really do. Something happened. Because we know I have the police reports. I have dug on that man. You just don't even know, guys. And I got police reports of him going to a woman's house, breaking in her garage building and taking her panties while she is in her house. And then Benny, he was there after Summer vanished and Don had went out and hoed around and burned all of his money up. Was gone several days. And Benny was getting something out of the truck or something and looked in the glove compartment and there was red panties in there, and they certainly weren't Candace's. So I think they have also lived with 2 of Arkansas's biggest registered child RSOs. Gruesome what they did to those kids. Gruesome. I don't think you can. Don says he's been to California and he rescued some young girl and he's seen bad things happen to kids. Now, how many of us could say that? How many of us could say, oh yeah, we've been to a hotel room and seen really bad things happening to kids? I would say nobody in here. Right? And I think that's significant. I really do. Hey, Widow, can you message me later? Justin, the DUI in 2021 was it? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Look at this. Oh my God. Holy shit. Is ICU in here? Hold on, I gotta show y'all something. Mother chicken. Holy shit. I don't find this a coincidence, y'all. A handful of protesters appeared at the courthouse in relation to Summer Wells' disappearance. Nothing in the appearance was related to Summer Wells, and to date, no charges have been filed against any person in relation to the disappearance. According to the affidavit filed with Hawkins County, Wells was allegedly found in a white GMC Sonoma on Van Hill Road after the vehicle failed to navigate a left-hand turn and drove into a shoulder. He was, from what I understand, and I'm getting some information in now, he allegedly wrecked the Subaru at the end of his driveway, or wrecked. That's crazy. Justin, he was arrested on the same property they are searching for his DUI. That's Ecole. That is crazy. Someone said that he wrecked the Subaru there, but I don't think he wrecked the Subaru there, did he? Because he was trying, I thought he wrecked the Subaru at Ben Hill. What's that, Patty? Shared out public on Facebook. Thank you. It's the closest store, I believe. Well, it's close to the Dollar General, I'm pretty sure. Am I right? Where the Dollar General is, where they always went. What's that, True Crime Junkie? Yes, he did tell Doug that on a live. I remember. You know, you guys remember the phone call, I've shared it many times, with Summer saying, "Mom, Mommy, help me. Daddy's hurting me." Summer, why did you do that again? Mom, Mommy, help me. How could someone hurt a 5-year-old little girl? It's that camper, that Nana ladies near the fishing spot. Nana, who used to be a creator, lean on me. She passed. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah. Still, I mean, she wasn't even in kindergarten yet. Not even in kindergarten. It was on the recorded 911 call when Jose was there. Yep. Yep. I don't know. Was it when Jose was there? I think it was. I think it was when Jose was there. Read Karen, best comment. It is what I was talking. Can one of the mods maybe text it to me, because there are so many people in here right now. I can't see. If you guys, you can text. How about this? This is easier for me. If you want to text me information, you're 100% anonymous. You can text me 307-228-4906. You can be 100% anonymous. You will be 100% anonymous. Or you can email me. All justice for you. All justice, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. Yeah. Okay. Willow Hollow Road and Van Hill is where Dawn wrecked. So it's really close to that. All right, let me show you. Let's look at this property real quick. Let's look at this property real quick and see what it looks like from above. There appears to be ponds. Someone said they had hogs. I have no idea if that's true or not. I really have no idea. Yes, Nana's Angels. I was very close with Nana's Angels. Yeah. Okay. Red Hill Sisters said they have hogs. Yes. Okay. So it's right here in the corner. What is this? Is that just a kind of a place you can... I don't even know what that is right there. When was this? 11/21/22, and it says dash newer. What does that mean? Let's see here. That's the newest one they got is 2022. Or sorry. Yeah, 2022. This was 2019. Yeah, it looks like they got a bunch of hogs up here, don't they? Probably. That's probably what that's for. It doesn't look like a deep pond, and there's all kinds of mud. Do y'all remember that show? Not show, that lady who she was a serial unaliver, and she fed her victims to the hogs. Do y'all remember that? What did Pebble say? What did Pebble say? Where'd she post that? I see that one. Okay. Okay. 1 second, I'm getting something. I don't see what else Pebble said. Can someone just tell me in the chat? Because it's just going too fast. That's a bit of property. We can check how much land and stuff they got. Are you serious, Casey? My friend's grandson was fed to hog by his father. Look at the white truck. I wonder if there's a red fucking truck here. I want to know what Pebble said, though. Looks like a white truck on the property. Well, there's a lot of white trucks, though. This was 2019. We'll go to 2022 now. I don't know what that is. Might be a truck. There's a white truck. It's got like a trailer or something on it right there. That looks like kind of like a dump truck or something like there. I don't know. Hold on. What the hell is that? These look like trailers or big what are they culverts. I don't think he is Teresa, is he? Do you know that for a fact? When I get home, okay. It's a culvert, yeah, or like one of those, like a gas tank. You know what I'm talking about? Like they put underground. Is that a red truck where you were scanning over the property? No, that's not a red truck. I don't think that looks like a. Hell, I don't know what it is, but it's not a truck. Hold on, let me do this. What if it'll? We can do it like this. I don't know what that is. But there's kind of looks like scraps or something. It's not really that good of a picture, you know what I mean? It's definitely like a hauler. It's all kinds of junk. That looks like the back of a like a tractor trailer or something like that. Might be like a trailer bed, yeah. Yeah, like a flatbed. Yeah, exactly. An old barn? Someone said he was an RSO, but I heard from hairdresser hogs won't eat hair. Really? God. Well, they work in lumber, dirts, and hogs. This is very interesting. Okay, look at this. Is that wood? What is that underneath? That's wood, isn't it? So do they take this the trees that they cut and make like wood out of it, I wonder? Hair will burn through and bodies won't. I don't know what you mean. They will eat it all, but pigs are gross. Yes. Woodshed. But it looks like, I mean, some people will go buy like scrap lumber for it's like rough mill lumber. Maybe that's what they're doing. Because these are logs or boards or something here. There's a lot of buildings. A lot of buildings. Building. Is that a truck too? I wish it was I wish it was more clear. I really do. I wish it was more clear. In 2022 is the last time. Let's see what 2018 looks like. This was 2018. Oh, they put more here since then. Holy fuck. Look at that red truck. Look at that red truck. Y'all see that red truck? That's 2018. Hold on, I gotta turn the air off. 1 second. I don't know what the hell that is. What kind it is? Oh shit! What I do? What kind do y'all think it is? That's weird. There's a lot. They have a lot of trucks. Let's go back to 2017. That's the last time they did it. Before that. Or maybe 2016. Okay. There it is again. There it is again. 1 second. 1 second, guys. Okay. I wonder. So they had that truck at least a year. You know what I can do? We can pull a report is what we can do. And I'll be able to see every vehicle that they've ever had. We can do that. Hold on, I gotta change my other live because I had it that I was going live. Delete. Okay, we're good. What do you guys think? Hold on. Actually, 2016, 2017, 2018. I don't see it there in 2019. Oh, yeah, I do. Right there. I'm pretty sure that's it in 2019, isn't it? Okay. $2020. What's odd to me is that it's there until we don't see it until 2022 is missing. That's what I find odd about it. You get what I'm saying? Because Summer went missing in 2021. Summer went missing in 2021. And 2022 is the first time I don't see the red truck there. So I find that interesting. You know, we see it there for some years. Guys, I want to see all your comments. If it's a very important comment, text me or email me right there, okay? And that way I can just check it. Oh, thank you for that. I see you. I got that. Let me see if this person has any shut up. I'm looking at the record of this person. There is there's an old the old man there. He's 77 years old. So he would have been what, 70? When is his birthday? 76, 75, 74, 73, 72. But then there is one second. When was it doesn't, he's tall. God, he's tall guy. I wonder, it says a car theft watch list, system of award management exclusions. What does that mean? Let me see what that means for a second. Excluded from federal contracts and financial assistance. So it says this person is the system for award management exclusions. The system for award management exclusions refer to the U.S. government system for award management, sam.gov, which contains a database of individuals and entities excluded from federal contracts and financial assistance. This exclusion list, also known as Excluded Parties List System, EPLS, is a critical tool for agencies to ensure that they do not do business and debarred or suspended parties, and includes details such as the reasons for exclusions and the termination date. It says he's on that list. I don't know what that... I don't know what that means, though. Kicked contractor. Oh, that's right. He does have the business. Hey, Unfollowed, thank you so much. The property is, yes, he is uncle of Fredo, correct. And he is a pig farmer. I've heard that. On his property, you can see tree trimming company called Yes. And it belongs to Frank Hill's son. Okay. I think his name is the same as his dad's, right? Unfollowed. Am I correct on that? Oh, yes. CPS allegedly came the day before Summer was missing. That's what I'm thinking too, Tater Farm. It's like you can't have government contracts or whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at the only thing that's really on his, okay. I guess he had the business up until 2015. I guess his son got it after that, I would say. You know what? Okay. I'm just looking at something, guys. I mean, this guy's 70-some years old. He's got some properties here. I'm just so curious of why. Why were they there? You know, the FBI, the TBI, and it's very baffling. There was a log truck driver that lived up above the footprint found. FBI ain't playing. This is huge. This is the biggest thing I've seen in the 4.5 years. Period. And that's what's so interesting about it. And then we got 2022. There is no red truck. That's not a red truck. That's like a bed. Right? And then 2020, red truck is here. So sometimes after 2021, this red truck is gone. Because 2022, it is no longer there. It's there in 2019. Right there. 2018. Right there. What kind of truck this is? I don't think it has a ladder rack, though. Yeah, I don't think it has a ladder rack. Well, it didn't in 2018. Okay. 2000. When's the next time? Okay, it's there in 2016. Someone's beeping outside. Now, how weird is that, guys? We know it's there from 2016. And then after 2021, it's gone. We just found that out. Let's see here. When's the next time they show? Fuck me. It's there in 20. Hold on. There's 2 of them in 2014. There's 2 of them here in 2014. There's 2 red trucks right there and right there. Damn, I wish it was just better. I have no idea what kind of truck it is. 2014, there's 2. Okay. $2012. Hell, you can't see shit there. 2011. Well, you can't see nothing there either. This is way back yonder. That's how bad the cameras were then. But look. 2013, there's 2 red trucks. 2015, there's 1 red truck. 2017, 1 red truck. 2018, 1 red truck. 2019, 1 red truck. And then 2020. And then 2022, it's gone. Nowhere. Which means it had to leave after 2021. No, Karen, they were there last week, honey. Last week, Fred was saying many Bernards were on Ben Hill that day. Summer vanished. He accused many people. Maybe someone decided to speak up. People know. Because he also said that they wasn't. Interesting. It's Fred and Andy's kin. Because you got to remember, Fred and Andy, they're related. They're related. I think it's funny Don brought up the tree trimmers. I think, well, Don has blamed everybody. One second, I got a message. Mention a truck that was stuck. Fuck me. Yes, he did. Guys. You guys remember the truck that was stuck down at the bottom of the hill? Wasn't that a red truck? I've got that photo. I've got the photo. I've got that photo. Someone just sent this. She's like, Justin, didn't Don mention that? Mm-hmm. Let me find it 1 second. I gotta dig into the Summer Wells stuff. Let's see here. I've got so many pictures. It's crazy. Bear with me. Let me see if it's in this group here. They had to pull them out with the four-wheeler, was it? Yes. Don stopped down there and was talking to him. Yeah, Don's got a picture. I've got that picture. He took a picture of it. Here it is. There it is. That's one of them. Hold on. 1 second. But I have another one with him on the side. But this looks like an old man, doesn't it? Doesn't this look like an old man? This is an old man. That's full size. Age doesn't stop at Chomo. Misty, ain't that the truth? And it kind of makes you think, you know, Chomos are, ugh, I can't even tell. He said a woman with ratty ass hair. That's an old man. That is absolutely an old man. I've got more. I've got another picture I can find. Oh, that's not Don. Promise you that. 1,000,000%. The man at the time of Summer's disappearance, he would have been 72, I think. But again, we don't know. I don't want to say that it's this, you know, they went there. I just find that very significant. But this is a red truck. Yeah, definitely older with the arms, yeah. Don's tall. Don is very tall. Yeah, it's definitely a Chevrolet taillights. I've got another picture of it somewhere. Let me check. Here we go. This one is... God, this is a bad quality one. Here we go. Look at the roof. Hold on. Wait the fuck a second. Hold on. This was the day Summer went missing. The hood looks black there. That's what I was looking at. I don't know if the hood's black or because over here it looks red. but I don't know if it's a shadow because it's such a bad quality picture. But look at Don. He's in his white truck that morning, which is very interesting, right? Don said he took the Subaru that morning. Why you got your white truck there, Don? Oh, it does have a toolbox for sure, doesn't it? Yes, it does. He said a woman, which I laughed so hard when Don said this to me. It's one of the funniest things he said. He's like, a woman's head popped up out of there, and she was scraggly, and he looked like, I can't remember what he said. They might have painted the hood themselves or replaced the hood with a non-matching one. I don't know. Snaps Ferry. What do you mean, chapstick? 375 Snaps Ferry Road. What's that? Yeah, Don, that's a mirror. Tell me what you're talking about, chapstick. Whose wife? Don calling someone scrugly, yeah. But here's another picture because the cop was down there. God, these are such bad quality photos. I wish I had better quality photos. This looks like it's down below his house. Like is this going toward Fred's? It's an old man for sure. No hubcaps. How did he get? What I don't understand is how did he get in the road or in the ditch there? Like, yeah, he said he took the Subaru that morning, and I'm telling you, Don was home by 11 a.m. that morning. You got him, Seeking Justice? He said, hold on one second, Justin. Justin, I don't remember when it was, but Sunday school lady said her husband bought her an older red truck, but when she said they had stopped looking for it. I don't know what you mean by that, babe. Oh, damn. Fuck me. I see you. That's crazy what you just sent. Sorry, my mouth. I apologize. I'm going to blur some stuff out, but I'll show you guys because I can't docs. Like, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. So we just found something That's interesting in my opinion. Fuck. 1 second. I gotta take some names off of here. And y'all can do your own research. Okay. Take a look at this. We found a red Toyota Tacoma related to Mr. Hill. And you can see it right here. It says Hill. And it's on Van Hill Road, Greenville, Tennessee. 1997 Toyota Tacoma. Look at there. This is another Hill that has a 1997 Toyota Tacoma. And they live on the same road. And he is related to the Hills. Hold on. Fuck. 1 second. You're shitting me. Hold on. Is that the same? Holy shit. Motherfucker. Guys. This vehicle is registered in the same address as the business. I'll just say that. As where the business is. Right here. Right here. Right here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you, Pamela. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Cherie, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Yes, Debbie. Is that... What do you mean the new search area? Break it down for some of us so folks. This business I have sources and stuff where we can check where every vehicle a person's ever owned, which most people can't. I'll just say that. And they'll tell you some of the vehicles that they've owned, but yeah, this person has had a 1997 Toyota Tacoma, last name Hill. Hey, hold on. Okay. Bear with me, guys. I just got some stuff here. 2 red trucks, same property behind. Hold on. I just emailed the person who just sent me some pictures of some red trucks. Oh, hold on. Hey, we're getting on some stuff here. Bear with me. You guys can text me information at the 307-228-4906 or where is this at? Must see neighborhood. Okay. There is a that is very that has okay. Let me look at this. Okay. I'm texting the people or emailing the people. Can you send me the pic? The first name I'll just say Cindy. Can you check your email? Ooh, what's this? Yep. Yep. Okay. I see you. I just forward you some emails. Some interesting stuff here. Y'all are blowing me up. Mm-hmm. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, the old man he's 77, and he has a son, apparently. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me look at your comments, guys. Sorry. Justin already showed that. Love you, Sarah. Love you too, honey. Thank you, Pamela. Appreciate you, honey. Someone said Candace's favorite fishing holes in that area. I don't think there's any fishing right there. Is there? I don't know. But I find this very interesting. Oh, you know something? What we can do? Hold on. I just thought of something. Holy shit. Hold on. 1 second. Bear with me. Okay. All right. Okay, I get what we're doing now. Yep, okay. All right, let's go back here and see what the time what it looks like. Okay, this is 2022, it says. There's a red something there. I don't know if that's a red truck or not. Let's see. It's something, but I don't know what. And then there's something there. That's 2022. Okay, this is 2020. Okay. Gardner Creek. What's that? We checked over here. Over here. They got some type of animal there. Oh, hold on. There's a truck. 2022. They got so many vehicles around here. You know what I mean? They got like, okay. Go back to 2019 or 2018. There's a red truck. (2018). a red car. I don't even know what that is. But I can tell you the red truck as well. I wonder if all of this is their land right here. I need to check. I can tell you this, that this person does have, or did have, a 1997 Toyota Tacoma right there. Last name Hill. You can see it for yourself. Well, let me zoom. Yeah. I took out the first name and the address, but I showed you where the address was. But the last name is Hill. Address, Van Hill Road, Greenville, Tennessee. That's a good question, Mary Stevens. He said he was going to a scrap yard, but hold on a second. When it comes to Fred Hill, correct, guys, I can't remember everything. So Fred and Laura, they were going to a scrap yard that day, right? Yes, Kristen Lynn, but he's also related to Andy. It's 3732. It's private searching owner. Did they I remember there was something about the timing. Hey Killer, looks good to see you, my friend. There was something about the timing. They were closing or something like that. Hey, hair curlers. Happy birthday, Misty. Happy birthday, baby. So my question is, did they get to the scrapyard that day? He never made it to the yard. That's when he said he saw Andy and was on camera at work. Andy was on camera. He was on camera at work. They went through documents where a red pickup truck was written on and the ownership kept passing it around the locals. Well, I'm just going to stick with this because the FBI, the TBI, and the regular local police was at said place. So my question is, yeah, he didn't make it to scrapyard, but has he always said he didn't make it to the scrapyard, or did he say they made it to the? I mean, like, I just want to. I wonder where we can listen to some of his first stories at. He towed a motorcycle to a hotel. Killer. Didn't he supposedly give someone a ride that day or something? I don't know. Yes, a tow was called in. Then made a couple deals, and then the trap house. Yeah. Now the if I recall correctly, the where was it? This place was close to Virginia line, wasn't it? Am I right about that? The scrapyard, wasn't it close to Bristol or something? He on motorcycles for someone, gave the owner right. Yeah, something like, yes, it was something like that. It's been so freaking long. One second. She had it painted, Justin. One second. What's this? Okay, someone sent me this. I have no idea what it is, so I'm going to play it. It may not be relevant at all. Someone just sent it to me, so I'm just going to play it because I can't listen to it right now without you guys. So
in a previous video, I just discussed how we determined that Robin actually owned a red Toyota Tacoma with ladder racks and white paint buckets in the back. And in that very same video, I showed you, I'm about to show you again, where Robin actually X'd out that truck on the flyer for summer because she didn't want anyone looking for that truck. She had
holy shit. 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma. Motherfucker. This is a 1997. But $1997. So they could have got a year wrong. I mean, a lot of people have Toyota Tacomas, guys. But you got to remember, the FBI and TBI was at this location. I'm not really worried about Robin, personally. But look at this. It's not so much I'm worried about, because I don't think Robin has a damn thing to do with it. But you know, that red or maroon truck TBI is looking for could have been painted. Now, the TBI said it was a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack. White buckets in the back of the bed, but it could be any color now. Let me see here. Let's look up, what does a 1998 red Toyota Tacoma? Okay, 1997. Check 1997. There's really nothing different. I just looked. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting if you ask me. She gave what? Now, the person who gave the Toyota Tacoma was a professional I believe it was like some type of mail service that local law enforcement knew that was in the area at the time. Amen. That has the bucket seats in the rear window. What do you mean? $41.97. One second. What's this? Can we play
You
this?
can see her excuses in the other video. So now I found this on the Find Summer Wells website. The truck painted now? Really? They now want you to believe that that truck has actually been painted. So you'll have to look for every color truck, right? Pause the video and read the post that you see on the screen. That is from findsummerwells.com. More distraction and confusion added to this case by no one other than the manager and Don Wells himself. How convenient.
I know Jody Sue has said a shit ton of stuff throughout time. I do believe the scream. Some people don't. I do believe it. Again, I don't think Andy has anything to do with it. They were very confident he was at work. I go back to, I find it interesting that Candace was down there at Fred's, and then a little bit later Dawn was down there. Wasn't Dawn's work truck the same? Dawn had he had a white Chevrolet truck. But I do find this interesting, this part about what the hell?
In a previous video,
Now, this one is like a maroon with a ladder rack.
determined that Robin actually owned a red Toyota Tacoma with ladder racks and white paint buckets in the back.
The buckets thing is very interesting to me because, you know, I don't know if they're paint buckets or are they mud buckets. Because we know Don, he's a mudder, a drywall finisher. I wonder if Don and Candace, Candace won't, but Don might. I wonder if he'll talk now. Don, you should be talking now because there's a lead on your daughter's case. So you should be very happy about this. Yeah, Andy was on video at work. Yeah, I have no. Listen, until there is a video showing that Andy was on that road. I go by what law enforcement says. Not to text anyone, but I looked up the address for D. Wells' boss, and the truck was there in the driveway street. You know, Robin, I will say, I think Don's relationship with his boss was very weird, in my opinion. Yeah, if you want to send me the address, Rocket Robin, I'll. You know, there's been whispers. Yeah, I don't think Robin Lane has anything to do with it. I really don't. Now, she did cross this out, I guess, and wrote ruled out. But yes, in the beginning, Laura said they didn't make it to the scrapyard. I remember them saying because they said they were trying to hurry to get there. But didn't they haul more than one load of junk that day? We need to go back and listen to the originals, and I mean the originals stories, that if anyone has those, of what like Fred and Laura said, and Dawn held him so tight by the shoulder. What? Traveling Cash App, because we have he said it to someone. That's how I know for a fact. He actually said it to someone. Don was home. Yeah, I'll look for him. And Nana for Life. Ziggy did have them on her channel. I wonder if she still got him on there, Nana. I just want Summer found and justice served, and it's been way too long. Yeah, I don't think Robin Lane has anything to do with it. I mean, she, may live a little bit different than some of us or whatever, but everyone lives different, It really is. It's the best news we've heard in 4.5 years. I mean, for TBI, FBI, and local law enforcement to be there, that's pretty interesting if you ask me. Again, I don't know. Sorry, I'm looking through something. Just check something, guys. 1 second. Yeah, there's a lot of red trucks, but I'll look at some stuff. I'll dig, guys. I'm gonna, I guess, I don't know what else to talk about. Having that many agencies on a tip isn't just a normal tip. Yeah, it's not. It wouldn't be just a normal tip. For it to make the news, and this is just the truth, law enforcement will tell the news things off the record at times. Not saying that they did in this case. But they'll say, oh, we're going to be, we were at this place, checking on things or whatever. They won't tell them necessarily outright what they were doing, but they'll just, give them a little tap on the shoulder and say, hey, we're going to be searching this. Might want to do a story on it. And then they'll tell off the record as well. Police talk to news off the record every day. So I hope we're getting somewhere, and I hope whoever did something to Summer or with Summer is shaking in their fucking boots right now. Yeah, I mean, did they have a search warrant? I don't know. I would think if there was that many agencies. But they need to cut it out about the bear, in my opinion. I think there would be, oh God, Summer didn't know. Hell no. There's no bear. These people and these fucking bears and mountain lions and stuff, their animals leave so much behind. Second of all, Dawn and Candace said someone came in the house and took her, not a bear. But they also said later on that, let me just show you something before I go. And I've always said this and I'll stick by it. Let me see here. Let me find it. Because the boys said that the last time they saw Summer was by her swing. Right? By her swing. And in my opinion, this is why Dawn and Candace said, there was specifically Candace doesn't do interviews. Listen to what she says. Very first interview.
Much. She was
First of all,
the angel or blessing.
but listen to
Love of
her.
our life.
I don't remember what part it is. It's not a very long interview.
She's what made our world go around.
It's been 13 days since Candace Bly and Donald Wells last saw their 5-year-old daughter, Summer.
I'm just scared that somebody's hurting her, and there's nothing I can do about it, and it smothers me.
It smothers me. That's not a good choice of words. But the thing about it is, what was my point? I just noticed something. Sorry. What did she say again?
Hurting her.
Okay, that was my point. Is they didn't say, we think she's lost out here. They said they believe someone took her. Right? Not that we believe She could have got out. She could have ran away. Hey, Anna Banana, good to see you, hun. It was that somebody got her. But she said something up here, and that I find very important. And
there's nothing I can do about it. And
it's very vague, but it's very important in my opinion.
smothers me.
As the almost 2-week-long search through the rough terrain scales back, Summer's parents say they believe someone took their daughter.
Personally, I think someone come up here and grabbed her and ran down the hill.
I think so
and
too.
threw her in a car and drove as far away.
I think so too. I think so too. Candace, you were there. You don't think, I mean, someone came up there in that dungeon just as soon as, in less than 2 minutes.
As they could from this area.
I know she didn't walk.
Here it is. Now listen. Listen. This is the point I want to tell you. Did they got CC here? Let me see here. Font size. Make it big.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing.
There you go. I know she didn't walk away off this property by her swing. Nobody ever notices that. By her swing. The boys said the last place they saw Summer was by her swing. By her swing. But Candace says she walked Summer over to the house. Boys, watch your sister. She goes over, puts a knee brace on, comes back. Boys, where's your sister? Oh, Mom, she went downstairs to go play with her toys. No, Don and Candace said the boys said downstairs. The boys have told others that the last place they saw her was by her swing.
If someone took their daughter.
Personally, I think someone come up here and grabbed her and ran down the hill.
I think so
and
too.
threw her in a car and drove as far away as they could from this area.
I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing. I feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here.
Around 6:30 in the evening on June 15th, her father called to report her missing, but he wasn't home yet from work.
Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay. And I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV.
Now, guys, Candace has, they have a total of 9 kids combined. Candace has 4 with Dawn. She has 3 others that she had at different times in her life. She has a boy and a girl. And then she had another child in Arkansas, and it was taken as soon as the child was born. And I'm sorry, Sherry. And Dawn has 2, a boy and a girl, from another woman named Pam. No, Ramsey case is not solved. It's not solved. And so I don't think Candace walked Summer over there. I mean, why would you walk her over there when it's 30 feet and you can see where she's walking into? It just doesn't make sense. And I'm sorry, but Candace is not a helicopter mom. And this is where they were supposedly planting flowers, in this thing right here.
And I told the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back. And I asked the boys where their sister.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. Nobody came up on that hill and took her. They just fucking didn't. They just didn't. There was 800 dogs up there. And for those of you that's been on Ben Hill Road, you pull on Ben Hill Road and the dog out at the front of Ben Hill Road starts barking. You could hear the other dogs, the Wells dogs, start barking before you even got there. And you get to the bottom of their driveway and the dogs are right there at the top of the where you can see the top of the hill in the driveway. And then they'll come down to the road, some of them will. There was a pregnant dog, not a pregnant dog, a dog with puppies underneath the house right there, where the side of the basement door. It just did not happen.
And they said she went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and they didn't.
And to be honest with you, I don't think. Yeah, Don said that they were all. Don said all the dogs were gone that day. Yeah, and the mom's going to leave her puppies. Gotcha. Okay. No, not a chance. But I don't see Candace coming back, just walking straight back in and saying, "Where's your sister?" I don't see her doing that, respectfully. I don't see her doing that. I don't see her saying, as soon as she walks in, "Where's your sister?" I don't see that. "Oh, Mom, she went downstairs to play with her toys." And I said, "Okay." And she yells, "Summer down there." It was a dungeon down there. It's these. They didn't. Don and Candace, right before the Rona happened, they were doing much better as a family. The kids looked much more taken care of and all of that. And I think around the Rona time, when everyone was locked up indoors and everyone got money, I think that's when the decline happened of this family, which is sad. Thank you, Mallory. Justice for Summer Wells. Thank you, my dear. And I agree. Thank you for being a member.
Get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone.
Summer has 3 older brothers.
When they get out of line, she'd put them in line.
Her parents say she loves princesses, especially the movie Frozen, and to be outside.
She loves to dance. She would always want me. She says, "Daddy, hold my hand so I can twirl." And she would just like to twirl and twirl and twirl until my arm got tired.
She loved to play in the mud and the water and swing on her swing and enjoy dirt.
Now, authorities are looking for the driver of a red Toyota Tacoma that was...
There you go. Looking for a red Toyota Tacoma, which is very interesting. What was I going to say? I don't know.
Was in the area around the time Summer went missing and stressing that this person is a potential witness.
I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. I mean, if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen.
Don said from the jump, he said, they're doubting us, meaning law enforcement. He said they separated us and they weren't believing our story. They were doubting us. Yeah, because nobody's going to come off of a country road into a one-lane road on top of a mountain that far out from anything and just pick up a kid. I agree. If there wasn't anything to that red truck, I think they would have came forward. Don says they're doubting us from the get-go. I mean, nobody knew this, but I knew it. And I told Candace this. I said, when the officers kind of pushed you up against the car, Candace, and they said, what did you do with your daughter? And they had to literally come and get her to take her down to do a polygraph. Which, hell, I don't know if they passed it or not. I would be shocked. And even if they did, they probably had so much shit loaded in them. I mean, this was day 13 that they did this interview. 13 days of them doing their first interview when their child is missing. Thank you, Ruby. Thank you so much, honey. Get Summer's picture. And guess what? Guess who she was talking to in the back of the car while they are taking her down? Hunter. Talking to Hunter. She was not supposed to be speaking with Hunter or anything. And what did they do? They went over to Hunter's house and wanted to know what they said.
No one has been named a suspect, and authorities have not ruled Summer's disappearance as an abduction. But tonight, her parents have one plea.
Please find it in your heart, have mercy, and find a way of letting her go and where we can get her back.
Please.
Don, I think he's a very conflicted man. And he was at the church when he was talking about his daughter. I call it the eulogy. I dubbed it the eulogy. And I've always felt like Don was saying, he was saying like, Lord, let me, follow you from here on out and stuff. To me, it was like asking for an apology and saying like, Lord, I will follow you here on out. It was very, very weird. It wasn't so much about Summer as it was about like him and his sins.
Bring her back home.
Just let her come home, please.
We miss her so much. Her brothers are so devastated that they wake up every morning crying for their sister. And as a mother, it really hurts to see your other children crying.
Well, for the last few days, we have referred to Candace's mother as Candace Wells because that's what she went by on Facebook. But tonight she told me that her name is Candace Bly, and Bly is her maiden name.
2 weeks tomorrow, since we are told she called authorities. And you mentioned how she's really been reluctant to be interviewed until tonight. What do you think it was that changed that made her want to go and talk to you tonight?
I have spoken with her several times via social media. She actually ended up messaging my professional Facebook account. We have talked a few times there, and today I went up and was able to introduce myself to her, and she told me that she had been reluctant just because of all of the backlash on social media. She said that she had been reading the comments, but after speaking with her a couple of times this evening, she said that she was finally ready for people to hear her side of the story.
And you had a chance to ask what I'm sure a lot of people were wondering about, why Summer's hair was so short, and both Summer's mother and father had comments about that.
They both told me that she had already cut her hair. They said it is something most little girls do. They get a hold of the scissors and already cut her hair, and that they just decided to go ahead and shave it all off. It was just a little bit too difficult, is what they told me, to go ahead and style it that way. Her mother did tell me that she shaved her head as well to make Summer feel more comfortable, but that was why they told me her hair was a lot shorter than originally pictured.
Ansley Daniel, something that a lot of us have been waiting for hearing from Summer Wells.
Let me show you this. I don't know what the hell. Okay. And then let me show you this. Let me show you this interview. Grandis. We call her Grandis. Her name is Candace as well. She was there.
That's why I come up.
Told me she wants people to hear about her family straight from the source.
That's why I come on camera, because I am sick and tired of the lies.
Missing Hawkins.
Now, Candace could have done an interview this day as well, but she wrote a letter and stayed off camera.
County 6-year-old Summer Wells' grandmother, Candace Hare, says it was hard to speak on camera as she's been reliving a familiar nightmare.
Rose has been missing for 12 years. I miss her.
So, Candace's sister, Grandis's daughter, is missing as well, and it is unsolved.
Dearly, she's the baby of the family.
Hare's youngest daughter and Summer's aunt, Rosemarie Bly, went missing from Wisconsin on August 21st of 2009.
To go through it again with my granddaughter, Summer, is very heartbreaking. And that's what a lot of people don't understand, is what a parent goes through, what a grandmother goes through. It's the not knowing is what tears us up.
In November, her granddaughter's case received national attention on a 2-part Dr. Phil episode, which is why Hare thinks her daughter Candace Bly has continued to shy away from the media.
I think it had to do a lot with Dr. Phil, the way it came out on Dr. Phil when she was out there. I was not out there. I think it hurt Candace in a way. I don't know if it's helped.
Hear the dogs in the background?
Or not. I don't believe it has. Maybe it's gotten more attention out everywhere.
On June 15th, the day Summer was reported missing, Hare says she spent the entire day with her daughter and granddaughter. She says it started with a trip to the emergency room to have her knee checked out.
They prescribed me medication to take to get the swelling down out of my knee and around my knee because it was inflamed. And then we waited around for my prescription. Summer went swimming that day at the horse stables, I believe it was.
After the family returned home with...
Out of the horse stables, she believes it was. What the hell, you were there, supposedly, which is a big fat ass lie, in my opinion. It was, in my opinion, Hunter, Candace, Summer. And they took, well, I've got the evidence form that they took. They took a picnic basket out of the home, which I always found interesting.
With groceries, Hare says she took a nap, woke up, and repotted cactus plants with her granddaughter.
She took a nap? Yeah, she added the nap, didn't she, here? She added the nap because the nap was never there until this interview.
She says Summer ate a peppermint, went inside the house to play with her brothers, and that was the last time she was seen.
There was no sign of her.
Authorities say all possibilities of what happened to Summer are still on the table. But like the rest of the Wells family, Summer's grandmother believes she was abducted.
We never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie, and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of over by the edge there and watched them. And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a...
Yeah. Listen to that. You think someone just abducted your 5-year-old granddaughter? Let's go ahead and send 3 more of our kids over the hill and pray to the good Lord that nobody takes them. And if she can see over the hill her grandchildren, then she can see if there's anybody down there or not. So that doesn't make sense. She's like, I watched over the hill and looked for him, looked at him. Well, if you can see over the hill and you can see them, then you can obviously see if there's anybody around there. What am I missing? I mean, listen to that.
Family, Summer's grandmother believes she was abducted.
We never did find her. She called 911 and she called Donnie, and we sent the boys down over the hill, and I stood in front of over by the edge there and watched them. And was praying to God every minute that nobody would take them.
For more than a decade.
I'll never get over that part.
Hare has said the same prayer.
I hope and I pray to God every day.
Over the last almost 9 months, along with her daughter Rose, her granddaughter Summer has now been added to her plea.
That she's found alive.
We have more of that first-time interview along with...
Yeah. Craziness. Why did Grandis leave soon after Summer's disappearance? Probably because of Dawn. Yeah, acting like helicopter grandma. I heard Don Wells and Fred really close and that they barely talked. Don made it always seem like, Fred was, dealing. And he's like, people would come down on the road in 2 cylinders in a car that would barely run. But also Don, a couple hours after Summer is missing, he is down at Fred's. I don't know. But we're going to stay on it. Do you think this is why Dawn arrived at shed location to make sure the boys were there? I think Dawn went to the shed location for a couple reasons. Maybe I think he went to look in the shed because the question Chris McDonough from the interview room asked him, he said, did you go into the shed when you got there, Don? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Yeah, maybe I did. All that. But I also think he went there to collect his shit before he went up on that hill, because Candace and Grandis and them are already up there. And once he went up there, it started. And there was no backing out of it. That's when it hit the fan for him. So I think it was kind of two reasons, my opinion. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you all. Please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't yet already. Would mean so much, truly. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna dig some tonight and check some things out, and we'll go over some more stuff tomorrow. And it's great news. It's great news. Did law enforcement take their phones? Yes, they did. Yeah, it was. All right, guys. Much love, everyone. God bless you. Take good care of yourself and your loved ones. Justice for Summer Moon Utah Wells. She has been missing nearly as long as she was on the planet, and she deserves justice. And whoever did something to her deserves to be put under the jail. She was a little girl who just was living her life the best she could. Good night, everyone. God bless. Thank you.